Labor's leadership crisis. Julia Gillard puts her job on the line.
That if you win, you're Labor leader. That if you lose, you retire from politics.
Plus, Independence Day. Key Gillard backers quit Parliament.
And watching, waiting and praying. South Africa hoping for a Mandela miracle.
From SBS, this is World News Australia.
Good evening and welcome to the program. I'm Kathy Novak.
And I'm Ricardo Gonçalves. Also tonight, where to now for Edward Snowden, the fugitive whistleblower's Moscow airport hideaway?
And I'm Brett Mason at The Hague, where it's Australia versus Japan in the International Court of Justice.
In just under half an hour, the Labor leadership crisis will come to a head. Prime Minister Julia Gillard has called a party room ballot for 7 p.m.
We will have full coverage of the caucus vote as the time nears. But first, here's Chief Political Correspondent Karen Middleton on how the remarkable day has unfolded.
As the rumours swirled and the speculation built, the Prime Minister decided it was time to end all of it and act.
Whilst I haven't been approached by anyone saying that they wish to be Prime Minister or Labor leader, it is my intention to call a ballot for the Labor leadership at 7 p.m. tonight.
And this time a challenger emerged.
Today I'm announcing that I will be a candidate for the position of Leader of the Parliamentary Labor Party.
Having long resisted moves to push her out, Julia Gillard's now laying down conditions on the vote.
That if you win, you're Labor leader. That if you lose, you retire from politics.
And she's also warning that this is the last time.
This is it. There are no more opportunities. Tonight is the night, and this is it.
Kevin Rudd hasn't said if he accepts the conditions. He does say thousands of Australians have pleaded for his return, and he believes Labor faces catastrophic defeat without him.
I therefore believe, with all my heart, that I owe it to my country to offer the Australian people a viable alternative.
The man who's dedicated himself to avenging his 2010 loss is now promising colleagues no vengeance.
No retributions, no paybacks, none of that stuff. It's pointless. It's old politics.
The move came as those in Kevin Rudd's camp sparked a media frenzy, suggesting privately they were circulating a petition among Labor MPs for a special caucus meeting and a ballot. But nobody was willing to say they'd actually signed or even seen it.
This petition is a bit of the political equivalent of the Loch Ness Monster.
Kevin Rudd says the caucus chairman was circulating it, but it became irrelevant. The opposition wants it resolved a different way.
Will she bring forward the election date to August the 3rd and let the people decide who should run our country?
The Prime Minister is a terrific woman, the right person to be the Prime Minister, and everyone knows I support the Prime Minister also.
What we've all got to focus on is ensuring that we leave this place at the end of the week as a strong and united party.
Should Kevin Rudd win, the ballot raises constitutional questions. Would the Governor-General accept he has a majority or insist it be tested on the floor of the House? The independents are crucial. Tony Windsor's suggesting he'd back Tony Abbott before Kevin Rudd, but Bob Catter, a friend of Mr Rudd's, is going the other way.
The problem is that nobody is driving the bus.
The Prime Minister had one early win, with Parliament passing her Gonski education reforms, and Victoria's indicating it's willing to negotiate.
And Karen Middleton joins us live from Canberra. Karen, it's been yet another remarkable day in what's been a remarkable Parliament.
Indeed, Ricardo, a very strange day. We had rumours this morning that there was a petition circulating, and we had to have, we couldn't get confirmation of that petition. We had suggestions that there was the petition for a third of the caucus going around, which would then go to the caucus chairman and call on a ballot. The Kevin Rudd forces were certainly suggesting that was the case, but no one had cited this petition and no one seemed to have been willing to say that they'd signed it. So it really wasn't clear whether this was happening or not, but the speculation built to such a point that the Prime Minister stepped forward again and did what she did last time and called on that ballot.
Karen, the Prime Minister has seen off challenge after challenge. Do you think she can do it again?
Well, it's an excellent question. She has seen off the challenges before. She's a tough campaigner, you've got to give her that. She certainly doesn't take a backward step, Ricardo. She's been saying for a long time that they would effectively have to blast her out of this job. Both sides are saying tonight that they're confident of the numbers. Those supporting Ms Gillard are accusing the Rudd forces of inflating their numbers, which they say they have done before. There's no doubt that there are greater numbers for Kevin Rudd now than he did have in that very first challenge and last time around. Of course, he didn't step forward at all last time because there wasn't a clear majority in his favour. But I think it will be a close race this time. It's very hard to call.
And Karen, can a leadership change actually help the ALP?
Well, according to the opinion polls, it can. We heard Mr Rudd there earlier saying that he felt that it would be catastrophic. So, catastrophic defeat if they didn't change leaders. The opinion polls, which are hypothetical at this point, suggest that the government will do much better with Kevin Rudd as leader. So that is certainly what he's banking on.
Okay, thank you for that, Karen Middleton there in Canberra, and we will hear from you a bit later in the report.